and welcome to Asian Pulse TV, an informative and resourceful station. I'm your host Manbir Randhawa, and today we are broadcasting from the unceded territories of Silvertooth Nation, Katsi, Kwantlen Nation. We feel very blessed for the generosity of the first people who share their traditional and ancestral land with us to live, laugh, and grow. This October month is also known as Dyslexia Awareness Month. Each year across Canada, monuments and buildings are lit up red. Schools and workplaces wear red. And cities and towns sign proclamation to officially declare the month of October as Dyslexia Awareness Month. Although children learn at their own pace, but a child who has been struggling and showing signs and indications with reading and spelling as a preschool is a sign and indicator that he needs help. By 2024, provincial governments will provide funding for children from grade 1 to be assessed if they show any signs of dyslexia, so that can be red flagged and they can get extra help right from the beginning. October 1st until 31st will also be marked as Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and the championing world leading outcomes in breast cancer prevention, early detection, treatments, and support is achievable when we all work together and towards the same goal. 1 out of 9 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer. So let's buckle up and fight this fight. Flu shots are available at your nearest pharmacy now, so we are aware and you are aware that COVID is still lingering around. Another booster is made possible for people who are over a certain age and whose immune system is compromised. Please check your email to see if you got any notification for your booster shots, and if you do, make some arrangements and get it done. It's time to take a short break, but we will be right back after we hear some words from our sponsors.
I understand how important it is to have a place called home, and it's frustrating using your hard-earned money on rent. Vic Prasad can make you a homeowner. Get pre-approved services provided to first-time buyers and new immigrants. You can qualify for mortgage even if you have bad credit. Call Vic Prasad now on 604-306-6647. Vic Prasad is associated with Craft Mortgages Canada Incorporated.
For any kind of visa-related services, contact Milky Way Immigration, a galaxy of opportunities located at Unit 209-9547 152 Street, Surrey, BC. They have licensed immigration consultants, placement officers, and LMIA experts to meet your immigration and recruitment needs. Book one-time free consultation either on Facebook or by calling 604-396-0005. Bollywood Banquet Hall and Conference Center, located at Pile Business Center at 201-8166 128th Street in Surrey. No celebration is too small to accommodate you. They have newly renovated 2 halls to serve you, up to 1,000 guest capacity, top-notch chefs to delight you with delectable and heavenly cuisine. So just call Bollywood Banquet Hall at 604-598-2700 for your events. For all your party rental needs, a Langley Party Rental is open under the new management. The location is Unit 230-19358 6th Street in Langley. No job is too small or too big for your special occasions. So give them a call at 604-530-9155 or email info@langleypartyrentals1@outlook.com. United Pallets and Crates is located at 11585 134th Street in Surrey, BC. Give Sam Dooler a call at 604-760-2028 or call the office number at 604-634-2001. You can also visit the website, which is www.unitedpalletsandcrates.com, or send us email at info@palletsandcrates.com. Thank you, sponsors. Today in our studio, we have Dragon Boat Festival's participants, and they will be talking about the upcoming festival in February, but also they will be sharing their journey as a breast cancer survivors. Let's take a look.
Hello and welcome to Asian Pulse. Yes, this is Asian Pulse, and also this is a Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So last week or week before, we did another segment to talk about breast cancer. It doesn't matter how many times we talk about breast cancer. Breast cancer is alive, and we are still losing women with breast cancer. 1 out of 9 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer. So we have a team here who are all survivors of breast cancer, and they are here to talk about their experience and what and how they are educating all the women, that mammogram or talking to your doctor, all that is so important to take care of your body. So welcome, Dolly.
Thank you.
I got Dolly each and every year, and she's become a very good friend as well. So, Dolly, introduce the team, maybe.
We're all from Breast and About. This is Denise Patterson, and we got Mary there as well. So we all drag and boat together as a team.
So, when did you start Dragon Boat?
When I was diagnosed in 2016, I joined a Breast and About in end of 2017. That was my first time that I went and tried how to drag and boat. So from 2018, I've been drag and boating.
So, was it the first time that you started this Breast in a Boat? Or was it already up and running?
Oh, Dragon Boat, is the first dragon boat for breast cancer survivors in the world.
Okay.
It was called a Breast and Boat. That's when it started. So it was already there when I joined in. They've been there. I think Denise has been much longer than I have been, and Mary. So they've been there much longer than I have.
Mm-hmm. So you talk about your experience.
Denise.
Denise, sorry.
Well, I joined a Breast in a Boat 2012. It was actually 5 years after my first diagnosis, and once I joined a Breast in a Boat, then I had a second diagnosis. So the second time around the journey was different because I had the support of other breast cancer survivors, which I didn't the first time around. So, and actually, Breast in a Boat is celebrating 30 years in its existence in 2025, but it's been around for a long time, so it's been quite the experience, and the support is what helps you on your journey as you go through it.
And how are you doing right now?
I'm good. I have no symptoms of anything. I've been very healthy, so it's been wonderful, and being able to help and support others on their journey as they go along it too.
And you?
Hi, I'm Mary, and I joined a Breast in about pretty much a year after my diagnosis. I was diagnosed in 2013, and I joined in 2014 because at that time I had to wait a year to join, with all when my treatments are done, and when the season started up. So yeah, it's been, I could say, 10 years. I can cautiously celebrate 10 years of
Yes.
being no recurrences, if I can say that. Yeah, I would say I found out about this team. It's called the Cancer Gym. It was part of a study, and that's how Breast in a Boat came out of the first study with Dr. Don McKenzie. And I was in the third study in 2013, and I saw this amazing picture, how exercise can help with chemo effects. And so I saw this amazing picture of the first team of Dragon Boat ladies, and I said to myself, I'm going to join that team. Mm-hmm. We had 10 participants join from our gym that time. Yeah, it was really empowering. And again, just dovetailing with what Denise said, having that support, getting through, talking, because people don't always understand what breast cancer entails. It's a huge umbrella, and people are different in their journeys. And we just support each other.
Yeah, and I think we all become families when we drag and boat. We don't talk about breast cancer when we're all there. We just, as friends and families, we just enjoy ourselves doing drag and boating. Yes.
Mm-hmm. So since you started, that happens to you 10 years ago, what changes have you seen since then for last 10 years? Is it easily diagnosed now? Less and less women are diagnosed with breast cancer, or all boils down to diagnosis. If you're going to the doctors and have it checked at the early stages.
I would say mammograms.
Mammograms.
I can share some history. My mother had breast cancer around the same age I did, and I found mine through mammograms, and I didn't feel a thing. I didn't feel any lumps. It was mammograms that found it.
So not every doctor is supportive of mammogram unless I think we as women we have to advocate for ourselves.
Oh, definitely.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Yeah, absolutely.
because when they take the history of you, when you go see a doctor, they say, do you have diabetes? Do you have cardiovascular? Do you such and such? So that was 20 years ago. But you never forget to ask, do you have any breast cancer in the family? No. Oh, I mean, I know my doctor never asked me that. So I think it's our job to make sure that you let the doctors know, or even a family member has something.
Yeah.
If I could speak to that,
Yes.
there is no history of breast cancer in my family. I am now yet. And you're correct. You have to advocate for our own bodies,
Yes.
and you have to listen to your body. You have to trust yourself that if you feel there's something wrong, you have to push to find what is wrong. I think what I've noticed the difference is how much more comfortable we are speaking using the language of breast cancer. Before it was, I would have to say taboo to even mention breast,
Yeah.
So I think once you're in that journey, and I think that's what helps us as a community, is the courage to speak about it, the courage to advocate for yourself. And I think for me, after my first diagnosis and my second diagnosis, I feel more empowered with my body to say, I want you to check this. Right? So, and I feel doctors are more open to listening to you also now, based on all the research and the conversations that have been happening more publicly.
About you, Dolly? Did you have any history?
Yes, my grandma. She died at the age of 51 from breast cancer, but that was way back in Fiji. And that time, nobody knew what breast cancer was. We thought she had just had a sore, and it just spread. And unfortunately, she didn't make it. She had in both the breasts that time. So it was too late for even my family, my father, to take her to Australia, because when they found out, it was very late. So she was very young when she passed away. But I'm not carrying the gene, even though when I had breast cancer, they did the genetic testing. I'm not carrying the gene. So, and my mom and my aunt doesn't have breast cancer either. So it skipped a generation.
So the best thing you can do for yourself is make sure you examine your body.
Yes, if there is any lumps, any bumps you feel, just go get it checked. Do
You're
not
right,
wait.
and you're right.
Yes.
You take control and you check for those lumps.
Yes.
Not even just on your chest, your lymph nodes. Where it can be swollen because it could be anywhere.
Anywhere.
Right. So yeah, empower yourself to do that.
So those people that are watching you today, and because we don't do that, we don't do self-examination, we always in a rush or something, the best time they say to do it when you are in the shower and things like that, or after you get out of the shower when you're drying yourself, is the best time to do it. But we are on the go so much. Okay, I didn't do it today, I'll do it tomorrow, day after. So do you want to talk to the people how important it is to make sure going to the doctor is one thing, but I think sometimes we need to take the lead role of finding anything wrong with our body fast.
I think we all have to find time to do it.
Yeah.
Don't say, okay, I'm busy today, can't. But you have to, because what we've gone through, I don't think we want anybody else to go through that. If you find it earlier, it's much better. And as Denise, what would you say to that?
Well,
as well?
it is.
I think.
Finding cancer is not, the symptoms are not painful.
Yeah.
The treatment is, but the symptoms itself isn't. So my mom, she would have lumps, but it was calcification because she drank too much caffeine. So when I got that, I could have just made that assumption,
Yes.
right? But I went to the doctor and I said that, and and then that started that whole process of going in for a mammogram. And back in the day, you'd have to be in your 50s to get a mammogram. Being in a breast in a boat and having worked with our membership, I found that a lot of our new members are a lot younger. I was in my mid-40s when I got diagnosed. We have members that are in their 20s and 30s. So it's not just an age anything
Thing, yeah.
anymore. It's a disease for, and not just women, it's men.
Yes.
Cancer does not pick and choose. They,
Yes.
you know,
And
so it's not a painful thing that you don't wait for the pain to happen. And like you said, if you're going to have a shower or you're putting lotion on or something,
just
be
take a
in tune
moment.
with your body. Like, is that supposed to be there? Question it. Always question. And if you can't decide, reach out for help. Ask.
And to talk about that, I actually had pain. So when I went to the doctor, it was very tiny. It was just about 2 inches from my breast. So I was having pain when I was sleeping. That little thing was
Yeah.
hurting. So when I went to the doctor, he said, "Oh, if it's hurting, it's not cancer."
Yeah.
But when I got it tested, biopsy said it was positive. So like Denise said,
Yeah.
don't wait for the pain.
Yeah.
Just go get it. If you any lumps anywhere,
It's
Just
a
go get it
physical
checked.
feeling on your body. It's something that wasn't there before. Trust your instincts and ask. There's a lot of
So
resources
there
out
is so much education around. Like 20 years later, we are in 2023. People are starting to talk about it. When you say 20 years ago, it was one of the taboo. Nobody
Yes.
wants to talk about cancer. It's just like death penalty. But now at least we are talking about it. Do you think people still openly talk about breast cancer or lumps or bumps or pain or no pain?
I think in certain cultures they don't. I'll be
there.
honest.
I
Yes.
agree with that. It's a cultural thing also.
It's a cultural thing, but I think it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
But there is.
I think programs like this and what we do when we do our outreach into different communities is to show that empower people and women to embrace the information as something that is a huge resource because talking about it is the least painful thing you can do. Going through the treatments, not so much.
Not so much, yeah.
I just want to say that breast cancer cuts across socioeconomics and cultures, and it just. I'm sorry, I'm just I lost my train of thought there. It's never going to go away. It seems to be getting younger, and
people
people are getting
diagnosed.
older, getting diagnosed, and it's just the sooner the better. And just seeking that information. Also, don't be afraid that you hear stories. Oh, so and so got a false positive. Well, keep going. Keep checking because sometimes things can not. You just want to keep going till you get a result.
Is there any physical benefit of doing that? Because you are going in the water, there's a canoe, you are paddling. So is it a physical thing that you are moving your body? I don't understand. You could have a support group.
She was in the
I mean,
gym.
we
You were
could
in the
have a
gym.
support group for the women survivors. Still sit down, go out, have lunches and things like go for walk, hikes and all that. There's a lot more things that could be done. But why is the breast in the boat?
The dragon boat team sprang out of Dr. Don's, we call him Jim, and is part of the study 20, almost 30 years ago. So I was in the third study. So we are still promoting that exercise is a form of treatments too. That being physically, getting physical, getting active is also treatments that you can start leading going towards a normal life. It's just, that's one aspect of with breast cancer is people are being told you can't. After you have a diagnosis, you're not allowed to lift. You're not allowed to do certain things. But in recent research is you can. And some people may experience lymph nodes being removed because of the breast cancer cells being in it. You learn how to be active again. You learn how to adapt. You learn how to live a normal life as a new normal. It's basically.
And it also helps the lymphedema.
Yes,
Yeah,
so
that's
Dr. Don's
research
was to prove that doing a repetitive action as with the paddle reduces the occurrences of lymphedema.
Lymphedema.
So when you do go through breast cancer treatments and things like that, they tell you not to lift, you can't do this or that, no vacuuming, no housework, which I like. But it limits you, it makes you feel like you're limited in doing anything.
Yeah.
So the action of paddling
Yes.
reduces the occurrences of lymphedema in your
Lymphedema,
arms. And also it creates camaraderie and support that you are taking this boat and you're traveling at a certain speed to cross the finish line and you finish and it's an accomplishment. It's like it's amazing feeling
Yeah.
that you can do this after being diagnosed in treatments and you felt like, nothing. To get in that boat and paddle with these women, best feeling ever.
Yeah, the race is on and you need to work really hard to reach the end goal.
Yes,
Yes.
Exercise is really important
it is.
in
Yeah.
everything.
So you said that's all you do, or do you also keep active by going to the gym, weightlifting, anything like that?
Yes.
You do all the other
yes.
things. Because this thing you can only do a certain time of the year and maybe once or twice.
Yeah.
But so you have to maintain your physical health as well.
We
Yes.
keep fit so we can paddle. We don't paddle to keep fit.
Yes.
So it is encouraged. Each team, each crew, we're a team of 5 crews, and each crew is like a little community. They do things together. They do outreach. They have different activities to do together to keep them cohesive. So it's an all year round thing. Yes.
So outside of Dragon Boat, I do go to the gym.
Yeah.
I do go. So I think there's a lot of us that do other exercises besides dragon boating as well.
That's
keep
excellent.
fit.
That's excellent. So those people that are watching you today, what message do you have for them?
The message I would give is, please, you know your body better than the doctor. So if there is anything that you feel, please do not hesitate to go get it checked. That's very important because, like I said, you don't want to go through what we've gone through. The earlier the stage, it's better. Or to get it checked is the most important thing. Could be nothing there. It's just thought. But it's very important to get it checked by your doctor.
Good.
This is the only body you have. Get to know it, honor it, let it help you through your life, and just take very good care of it, listen to it, and
Just like that Denise said, listen to your body, and your body is resilient. And seek help, seek if something you feel is not sitting right, just seek attention, get some information why it's not sitting right.
Thank you to all three of you for coming in and being so brave to talk about all these details that sometimes we don't feel very comfortable talking about it. But at the same time, you are also bringing awareness during this month, every month. And then know your body. That's the best you can do. And all of three are diagnosed and they are well and healthy. You can see it for yourself. So there's nothing to be scared about, I think. Because sometimes we don't go to the doctor, even if you feel there is something, because you don't want to hear the bad news. But it's better to hear the bad news and get that treatment, because we are living in 2023. This century, everything can be possible.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And do you have the website for the breast and hip?
Yes, the information with regards to Abreast in a Boat is on our website, www.abreastinaboat.com.
And if we can reach us anytime.
Yes.
For any information, we're there for you.
Any kind of question is welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dolly, and your team for coming on board and talking to us about the Dragon Boat Festival as well as your journey as a breast cancer survivors. Moving to our announcement sections, we just want to give a friendly reminder about the upcoming events in your community. Second annual Fiji Day celebration is taking place on October 21st at 11415 84 Avenue in Delta. There will be performances, live music, dance, Fijian lovo, buffet dinner, and much more. The cost of the event is just $35, and the guest of honor will be Mr. Filippo Tarachini, who's the ambassador of Fiji. For tickets and more information, you can call 778-713-2418 or you can call 778-628-3633. Sanja Veda Women's Association is presenting their 19th annual breast cancer fundraiser on Friday, October 27th at Dhaliwal Banquet Hall in Surrey. Tickets are only $55 per person. The tickets are only $50 per person, which includes dinner, dance, and much more. For tickets and further information, call Tirat Sarai at 604-760-7235 or call Sarabjit Chima at 604-724-3796. A&B presents Diwali Ladies Only Mela on October 22nd at Grand Taj Hall in Surrey. Tickets are only $50, but for more information, you can call 604-724-3617 or 604-712-3560. Touching Lives Foundation is doing its 5th annual Christmas party fundraiser on December 9th at Empire Banquet Hall in Surrey at 6 p.m. This year's proceeds will benefit Sara for Women's Transition House. You can get your tickets and support this cause. But for further information, you will have to call Josie Chauhan at 778-892-7388 or Neera Vohra at 604-603-4684. If you have missed our shows, you can watch it again tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. and again on Saturday at 5:30 p.m. on Shaw Cable Network. All of our shows are also available on YouTube. Our parting thoughts for the day is shout out to people whose kindness isn't a strategy but a way of life. And is that a way of life for you? Thank you for spending part of your day with me. I'm your host Manbir Randhawa and I'll see you next week. Ciao. Take good care of yourself.